we know what it is or we got the right idea. But Spirit wanted me to go through my deck and pick out certain cards. And the cards that it picked, there is a message that wants to be given, and I hope it is received in the proper light. The first card is peace. Peace is something we all say we want, but so many times Spirit says we resist peace. You resist peace when you look for war, when you look for problems where there aren't any. You know, you miss peace when you're full of jealousy, when you're full of hate, when you're bitter. It's hard to reach peace. So, in order to have peace, the saying goes, in order to receive, you have to be a giver. So, peace is a give and take. You know, you give what you get, and you get what you give. Peace is closer than you know. The next card, transformation. It's a beautiful card. Transformation is a very important process in life, and it's something that we all do, each one of us as individuals. You know, transformation is evolution. You know, it's like a butterfly. You know, it starts out as a caterpillar, and then it goes into its cocoon. But from the outside looking in, you just see this thing, you know, on the tree branch, and you're like, what is that? But inside, there's so much going on. It's powerful on the inside of that cocoon. There's growth that you don't understand, and that's the same thing when you go through a transformation. You have to see yourself as a caterpillar in your cocoon. And while you're in there, you're growing, you're being nurtured. So when you come out, you're going to be ready to take flight. You understand? That's what you get when you go through the transformation. Transformation is very powerful. The next card on the deck. Blessings. That's something that we all want. You know, some people look at other people and say, why are they blessed and I'm not? Sometimes that's not the case. Sometimes the simple answer to that question is, what's for them is for them, and what's for you is for you. But in order to receive blessings, you have to be a blessing. And let me break that down to you for those who don't understand. You can't wish evil harm, evil eye, witchcraft, hex, spell binding, whatever you want to call it. You can't involve yourself in wicked deeds and a wicked way of living and expect to receive blessings. Blessings can't come from cursing. Blessing comes from being of good nature, being full of love and light and compassion. That's how you get blessed. When you see somebody else living in their power and their blessings, don't be upset. Don't be mad. What's for you is for you. Never forget that. But in order to be blessed, you have to be a blessing. That's where this peace card comes in. You know, you have to transform to a higher level of understanding in order to find that peace, to receive those blessings. I love spending time with Spirit. I love it. Thank you. I just said this. Compassion. In order to receive blessings, you have to be a blessing. How can you be a blessing to someone? You can have compassion. You can show understanding. Because just because a person looks a certain way on the outside doesn't justify who they are truly on the inside. That's why it's important to have compassion. And compassion leads you to peace and blessings. Just like Spirit said. Excuse me. Next card on the deck. Ooh, one of my favorites now that I finally learned it. Boundaries. Some people are blessed, but the fact that they don't let the fact that they don't set certain boundaries, they actually let others walk away with their blessings. And a perfect example of, how does not setting boundaries allow someone to walk away with your blessings? Well, you can't always say yes. You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to say no. It's just like if you like to keep a clean house and someone comes over and trashes your place, that's because you didn't set proper boundaries. Now, of course, they would come over and trash your place, and you would be pissed, you would be upset. But why did you let them come in your place knowing you like to keep it nice and clean and together? Why would you let them come in and trash it? That happened because you didn't set the proper boundaries. Boundaries are necessary. Boundaries actually allow you to keep your peace. Because when you have set boundaries, you can have compassion. But compassion to the point not where you're being taken advantage of in your compassion, if you know what I mean. A lot of people take kindness for weakness. And sometimes, most times, that's far from the case, But not everybody has that understanding. Next card on the deck. Spirit. I love Spirit. Clarity. It's funny that Spirit chose all of these cards: transformation, peace, blessings, compassion, boundaries, clarity. All of this leads to love, because that's what this whole message is about. It's about how to receive the proper love. Some people think they know what the proper love is or the right love is, but some people have no idea. I'll tell you, I give you a perfect example of the right kind of love. When you can love past pain, you know love. But back to this clarity card. Clarity is necessary. Having clarity, once again, leads to peace. And in order to get to peace, with clarity, you have to transform. Clarity, you say, I need clarity. I need answers. I need closure. You start asking questions. You have to go in your cocoon and grow. You have to go within yourself and dig deep. To find the clarity that you're looking for. And that clarity is going to lead you to peace. And having that peace is going to allow you to have compassion. And with peace and compassion, you receive blessings. But with all of that, all in all, still don't forget to set your boundaries. Do you know how you set boundaries? Boundaries start with self-love, self-respect. That's how you set boundaries. This is my favorite card because I had to do a lot of this in my own life. I had to heal. And unless you're healed, you might as well just leave love alone. Because a broken woman or man can't love another properly. You can't be together and your spouse be apart in pieces. You need to be able to come together as a whole, not put together their pieces and then, let's move on. You have to make sure that you have healed your heart space properly in order to receive the proper love. So therefore, healing is very necessary, especially if you're hurt and your transformation. Healing is very important. And once again, afterwards, you find peace. Somebody needed to hear this. Next card on the deck. New beginning. That's 100% correct. After you go through your transformation and your healing, first you heal, then you transform. That's the process. Because in your healing process, that's your broken place. That's your broken space. But after you heal, you gain a new perspective, a different outlook. That's what you learn throughout your transformation. And that leads you to your peace. And peace will lead you to have compassion. And compassion, it busts the door wide open for blessings. Next card on the deck. Finding. She found herself. Do you see that? Do you see that glow? Do you see that aura around her? The light? Healing, transformation, it's a beautiful process. Finding peace, finding clarity. Go through the process. It's worth it. It's certainly necessary to define who you really are, to have a real definition of yourself. And I love it. I love it. Right after the finding card, love came out. After you go through the transformation and the healing, you find you. And when you find you, you find love. Look how that card lit up. It looks like somebody's shining an extra light on it, like it's glowing. That's just spirit just justifying the message. You know, you have to find you. You have to transform. You have to heal. You have to find you in order to find that perfect love that you're looking for. And that's when you find true beauty. Beauty is not a look. Beauty is a spiritual thing. It's a glow that shines from the inside out. Let's be honest. I mean, I've seen some people that were, not so attractive. But, I mean, their heart space was in the right place, and that just made them glow all the more. And it's beautiful to have that. That's a spiritual thing. And if you have it, keep shining. Wow. Truth. My favorite statement, I always like to say it, the truth is necessary. If you don't have truth, what do you have? All you have are lies. And you have to build on a strong foundation. And a lie won't stand. So the truth is necessary in your growth. You can't lie to yourself throughout your transformation, because if there's anything, that you're being untrue to yourself about, you're not going to transform in the way you're expecting to if you can't be real with yourself. You know what I mean? Home. This home is not the home that you live in. This home is the home inside yourself. In a reading I did earlier, I said sometimes home is the home within yourself. And a lot of people don't understand what that means. I've heard some people say, I left home only to find out everything I was looking for was already there. You know, you went on your journey. That's what happened. You went on your spiritual journey because you didn't have understanding. That's why you didn't realize that everything you needed was already at home, because there was something within your soul space that couldn't be comfortable within itself, within yourself. You know, you ever buy something and you think that's what you want, and when you get it, you say, it's not all that. Or, you know, you feel like you craving a certain thing to eat, and then you get it and that's not what you want. Or you thirsty for something, but you don't know exactly what it is you want. You know, that's spirit. You know, that's spirit saying, feed me. You know, I need you. Spirit is saying, I need you to come home. I need you to spend some time here. You know, and when you start searching within yourself, you know, you start finding out things about you that you didn't know. You know, you start discovering. So home ain't always a building. Sometimes it's the home in your own heart. I love spirit. I can't stress that enough. The next card is Spirit Guide. Make sure that you always let Spirit guide you. Okay? Never leave home without it. Get right in your soul space. Keep it going. And never leave home without it, because it's necessary in your transformation. Spirit guide is necessary in finding your peace. Spirit is going to help you find yourself. Okay? So, spirit, a relationship with spirit is very important. Reconciliation. Reconciliation comes after healing, after the truth is told, after you went home within yourself. Then you can find beauty from the truth. You can find the peace to reconcile. But without truth, healing, and finding, you won't be able to heal the past. Okay? That's the message the Spirit wants to give on that reconciliation card. Okay, the next card on the deck. Ooh, wow. Right after reconciliation, forgiveness. In order to reconciliate, you have to find forgiveness. and the truth.